Hi guys, welcome to another video. Luxe Collective has closed down. I'm not sure if it's gone into administration, but it has closed down. What does this mean for the reseller market? What does it mean for all the other resellers? Consignment stores, pre-loved stores, all of that. Let's talk about buying pre-loved bags, buying new from store. Let's wrap it all up. Let's get going. I heard the news this morning that Luxe Collective have closed their doors. There was a statement on their Instagram page and it does read, it's really sad to read the notice that is on the post on their Instagram. They have had to close their doors for the final time, and any business that goes under, it is so sad because it has repercussions for many people. Obviously there's the owners of the company, the employees of the company who have now been made redundant, and it is really sad. But what lessons can be learnt, if any? What does it mean for the reseller market right now? What does it mean for the other resellers? What do I think about the reseller market? Let's talk about all of it, because this is something I am really interested in. I much prefer to buy new from store. Most of my bags are new from store, but in the last couple of years I've dabbled a little bit. I've dabbled with selling some bags, and I have dabbled with buying a couple of pre-loved bags just to see. I just wanted to actually understand the market a little bit more. So I do have experience on all sides of it. So what has gone wrong for Luxe Collective? Well, it looks like they were robbed. Is it about a year ago? And also Cellier and Knightsbridge were robbed as well, which I think came after this robbery. No idea if they are related or not, but any firm that has such a huge horrible thing that happens to them, like a robbery, it can absolutely bankrupt them. Now, it does say in this statement that there were other mistakes made, and it's never just one thing. It is maybe a series of events that has brought them to the decision that they've had to close their doors. But if they have been robbed and they have lost their stock, you never ever get the insurance back that you really need. It's not going to cover your loss of earnings. I know you can have cover for all different things, but in my experience, you never get back the true value of what you probably have lost. So let's just rewind a little bit, because I don't know exactly what happened with Luxe Collective, but what I do know is there are different types of reseller, consigner, pre-loved stores out there. They are slightly different business models, and they have different accounting and taxation implications. I am not going to bore you stupid with accountancy. Do not worry. Do not be pressing the pause button or the stop button. Just hear me out on this, because I think there's some of this, not everybody realizes quite what happens behind the scenes with this. So when people think that they're getting, oh, they're making so much money on me, on that commission, look how much commission they've taken 20% or something. You've got to remember that they've got to pay VAT and all the other things, and corporation tax. So anyway, now I have personally not had any dealings with Luxe Collective, but looking on their website that's still up at the minute, it says that they are different to other consignment stores. They buy the items directly from you. So that means that they do give you a buyout price. They then hold that stock. And that is such a lot of risk. It is a lot of risk. And it may be that they offer lower prices than maybe you guys could have got elsewhere, but at least you've got that guaranteed money. But once they have that item, that belongs to them. That is their stock. They are not holding it on behalf of you until it's sold. So when Luxe Collective were robbed, that was their stock that they were holding. So they will have been wiped out. So not only will they have lost the actual stock that they could then sell, so they are out of business until they can recoup some new stock in order to sell. So yes, they will have insurance for loss of earnings, but it's very hard to prove what you might have sold. It's also very hard to estimate what the true value of these items are as a cost price. Yes, you can show what you bought them in for, but I think it's a really difficult grey area, particularly with regards to luxury bags, because they are buying, in effect, second-hand goods. Or even if they're buying something that was new, it becomes second-hand. So the insurers could very well say that these are just going down in value, even though a lot of us know that some of these Hermes bags are going up in value. It's very hard to prove it. That will have hit them massively. The market is so saturated as well, and also you have to remember that all these other companies are jumping in and thinking this is a great industry to be in. It's just got saturated. There are so many now competing with each other, and also they're all trying to keep their prices up, their profits up and everything else. And you've got to remember, these are luxury items, and when the economy is the way it is, it really hits that middle ground of people. The rich will probably always stay rich, and they will probably always be buying things direct from Hermes and Chanel and Louis Vuitton and all the rest of it. The middle section, if you want to say the people who are not in the market for luxury goods, then they may be very well hit by the economy, but they're not in the market for any of these things anyway. And then that middle ground of people who aspire to still want all these things, they are the people, we are the people who will be looking for Preloved and hoping to get a bit of a bargain. But we're also the same people that are going, right, I might sell a few things and actually try and sell all these things through the resellers, but we still want to get a decent amount back, otherwise we'll just hold on to it. So yeah, people, I think it's getting squeezed from both sides. People aren't buying as much, people aren't selling as much at that price. They might be trying to sell more because of the economy, but if they're not going to get the price they want for it, they may just keep it. So there aren't masses of bargains out there, from what I can see anyway. What does this mean for the reseller market? Well, I think a lot of people will just stick to buying new from store unless they can get a really good bargain. Then they just won't bother. I'm sort of in that category. I'm going to tell you something that happened with regard to me quite recently, and you may think this is crazy, or you may agree with me. So I bought this gorgeous, I keep looking at this, keep using this one, but I bought this from a reseller that's absolutely amazing. She's amazing, and I've talked about this one before. The same reseller had this exact same bag for sale a couple of weeks later, but in damier ebene, and I'd been saying that I quite like the damier ebene version. I don't like the guitar strap anyway, whole other thing. And I thought, oh, that could be a really nice one. And again, it was in good condition, it wasn't brand new, all the rest of it. And I think I paid just over £1,000 for this from memory, and this is maybe 1,100, and was this 1620 brand new, something like that. I think I saved about £500. And to me, that was a really good buy. I was very happy with that. That was it. The damier ebene version, I think it was, oh, let me get this right. Was it £13.50 I think she wanted for it? I think it was in the region of £250 less than retail. And I just thought, no, it has to be a better price than that. Otherwise, I will just go to the store and buy it new. Now, some of you might go, well, that's £250. That's a lot of money to throw away. But I don't see it as throwing away. I see that if I'm buying something that's second hand, that isn't brand new in box, it is literally, it's been used a couple of times, it's still in really good condition, I want more than £250 saving. Otherwise, I will either just not buy it or I'll buy new from store. These are things that aren't available in store. They are not sold out. It's not a rare piece, all the rest of it. So for me, I just thought no. So there we have it. That one, I think, to me was, the pricing was just too high. It did sell, so I don't know what it sold for in the end, but it didn't take long for it to sell. So maybe somebody else thought differently to me. And I'm glad it has sold for that, for the reseller and for the person selling it. So that's all good. But for me personally, I want a bargain. Otherwise, I will just go new from store and get the experience of going into store and knowing that that is a brand new bag and that has only belonged to me. So I do think that the resellers have a really tough time at the minute, and I think some of these, this was a startup company, and I think, did it go on Dragon's Den? This was a startup company, two brothers who built it from nothing, which I fully admire, and I'm so sad it hasn't worked out for them. But unfortunately they are up against huge companies that have a lot of backing. There's a couple of the big resellers that I'm not going to name any, but they have billionaires behind them, billionaires, so they can keep bailing them out. I'm not saying they do, because I don't know, I don't do their accounts, I have no idea, but I know that in times of struggle they probably have some cash reserves in order to be pumped in from elsewhere. And a company like this, like Luxe Collective, yeah, unless Stephen Bartlett wanted to come in and bail them out, he obviously didn't. I don't know what happened with any of that. I don't know if he invested or whether he walked away. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a shame. Whenever a company goes under, it's a shame for everyone concerned. So anyway, that is my little talk about resellers. I just think it's a really saturated market, and I think we're all after a bargain. So I think it's squeezed from both ends. People still want a decent amount if they want to sell something, and people still want a bargain. And it is so flooded with so many bags. It's literally, Instagram is full of it, absolutely full. So I think all of them may struggle. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on another one.